Good morning, everyone. It's me again, Al Brown Spencer. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of November 2021, and it is just past 8 o'clock, so it's about quarter past 8. Uh, the situation is still the same. I am still in the United Kingdom, and I haven't been paid any penny from my compensations or any money my abusers owe me. Uh, and yeah, yesterday it even got more complicated and escalated quickly when I was attacked by a gentleman around quarter past one, half past one in the afternoon when I was protesting, and he physically attacked me. I cannot even understand why he has this kind of hostility against me and so on. And I'm trying to make it clear to everyone out there, I am actually asking people for help so I can expose my abusers, get my compensations, and most importantly, leave the United Kingdom as soon as possible. And anyone out there who thinks, okay, leaving the United Kingdom as soon as possible, just to make it clear, I'm talking about as soon as today. And every day I say the same, as soon as today. And yesterday I said the same, as soon as today. And it never happens. And above all of this, anyone out there who, whether you are one of my abusers or from the authorities, and you got involved in anything against me, and or anyone I don't know, anyone who puts doubt around my genuinity, or as well the genuinity of my desire and my determination to leave the UK as soon as possible. You're just spreading bullshit and lies, and basically you all what you're doing is just putting doubts around the genuinity of what I'm saying, because the fact is I am leaving the UK as soon as I can, which hopefully will be today. And when I say so, I mean it. I mean, if anyone out there have any doubts around this, if you're my abusers and you can give me my compensations and money, okay, give me my money and compensations, and when it's in my account, under my control, under my hand, and you will see what's gonna happen, because I will be leaving the UK like no one's business, and I will be restarting my life abroad, because as I tried to mention, or as I tried to say before and mentioned, the UK will never be home. The UK will never be a place I would be, willingly staying in, and so on. And if you force me to stay in the UK, what kind of help is this or rectifying what was done to me? I mean, I know for sure 100%, and nothing is gonna change my mind about this, that I will always, always be in a torture just being here in the UK, knowing that I'm still in the country where what was done to me was done to me in. So I will stay away from the British flag as far as I can. This is one thing. The other thing as well that I would like to make clear, I mean, uh, I am not trying to basically force anyone to help, but if anyone out there who can help and anything stops you from helping, and if you have any doubts, why don't you just talk to me and I will give you more details about everything, and anything that you might have inquiry or question about. The other thing as well, it is simple, and it is, the reality. If you're trying to help, you must understand what I need in terms of help and what I want for my, future and life. So if anyone tries to play with the words, because this is in history, has been the one of the notorious, or one of the things that the British culture is known for. And please forgive me, I am not insulting anyone or whatever, but this is a reality. Playing with the words that might have more than one meaning or whatever, blah blah blah. So in other words, anyone who's trying to play with the words and make it look otherwise, or try to put people in confusion in terms of what I am saying or what I am trying to do or what are my intentions, there is, I mean, you're just wasting more of my time for no reason. And even if you have a reason and you're benefiting from it, come on, can't you see what was done to me, and can't you see what I'm trying to do to restart my life? So please don't. I am determined to leave the UK as soon as I can. I just need my compensations and any money I'm owed in my account under my control so I can leave. The other thing as well, I would like to thank a gentleman who stopped yesterday and offered me to work with him on his boat he hasn't bought yet, basically, and go for 2.5 years around the world. Uh, with all respect to everyone who's offering, or that gentleman who offered this, I am being realistic in terms of my future. I cannot consume another 2.5 years of my life, or even another year, on a ship, just sitting around, because this is, I'm just wasting time or whatever, or spending time, and I'm getting paid for it as well. I am trying to leave the UK to go and make a base for me, a home on land, or inland as they say, and like Castillon or France or Germany or Netherlands or even Venezuela. Yesterday I found that islands around Venezuela and all of this, Trinidad and Tobago, where my business, and they have airports as well and airfields everywhere, and they have lots of islands. So my options here are absolutely worldwide as well. So I am looking for a place to call home. And when I say home, yes, I'm talking about a physical home, house, my own home, my own property. But also, I'm talking about a town where I can call home, a town in a country where I can call home, where I can feel that it is home, where I can feel like I belong to, rather than being in the UK or under the British flag, where I don't believe that I belong to and I don't want to, and all of this. So with all respect to anyone offering me something like that, I don't know. I mean, the gentleman seemed to be very, very, genuine and all of this. But with all respect and with all thanks, I mean, I need to go to a place to call home, and I need to actually have my own home. And also, I want my money so I can restart my life, start my business, and I will be able to purchase properties and things for my business, like boats and aircrafts and all of this, and actually start living. And before anyone jumps to conclusion, my what was done to me is unbelievable, and the compensations I am claiming and any money they owe me is big money. I'm talking about, it is big money. So anyone thinks that I am exaggerating or dreaming or whatever, listen, they have to pay the price for what was done to me. And what was done to me is unbelievable. And anyone from my abusers, or anyone that liaises with them, or anyone in doubts, just think about it this way. Get to know, I mean, my abusers, of course, they know what was done to me because they planned it and they participated in it, or they even did it, and so on. So think about it this way. If you're my abuser, or one of my abusers, or the authorities that got involved and did this to me, or any non-government organizations, and you're undermining my claims and all of this, how about this? Sorry. How about this? You go through what I've been through and tell me how much you would be willing to pay to avoid this, or at least get to know what was done to me, and see how much would you willing to be paying so you avoid going through what I have been through. And think about it this way and weigh it this way. Is the money worth you going through what I've been through? Because this is justice. If you are not willing to pay my compensations, or be liable and you're responsible for what was done to me, and actually get your legal punishment for what was done to me and what you did to me and what you participated in, then the only way is that you actually go through what I've been through. But the problem is, I don't want people to experience what I've been through, because it's unbelievable, and I'm talking about normal people. But my abusers, if you are refusing to pay my compensations, and if you're refusing to take responsibilities and give me my money, and there is no other power or authorities over you, or no one can prosecute you, which shouldn't be anyway. No one in the world should be protected from, you know, going through, if they make a mistake or deliberate mistake or whatever, that they go through, the legal punishment and so on. So if you are one of those people that no one can touch you or whatever, blah blah blah, so where is justice in the world? Where is justice when someone like you or people like you can do to me what you did to me and get away with it? This is not logical. This is not right. I don't believe in God and I will never do. But as human beings and as people, there should be justice. There should be justice. So people like yourselves, when they do something like what you did to me, you must be in prison. You must pay the price. So in from every way and shape and form and every angle, justice must be fulfilled so I can get on with my life. But my first step to get on with my life is to get my money and compensations and leave the UK as soon as possible. And I'm talking about as soon as today, for example. My abusers are capable of lots of things. They have immense power. They control lots of things. And they think they are gods because they have the ability. And this is, by the way, a reality, is not a movie or I'm making this up or deluded or whatever. My abusers are high authorities in a worldwide system that they can actually control anyone's environment. So everything you think about in anyone's life, they can actually control it. Whether, any aspect of your life, they can actually control it. And it would look like it's normal because it's done from behind the curtain and lots of people being given orders that, being passed down in like a chain, that people actually do things without even questioning why and how and when. I mean, ask yourself this question: people who assassinate people, or those people with poison and kill them, or participate in any scenario that end people's lives, they just do what they are told, regardless of what is the consequences and what they will cause people from harm, damage, or whatever. And this is the problem, because people like this, they are fulfilling all the orders, plans, schemes, and everything the high authorities and these cunts in the high authorities and people who actually think they are running the world, they are gods, blah blah blah, they actually fulfill their orders and so on, because they are just people like you and me. They can never achieve anything that being done to people like what was done to me or anyone else without people under their authorities to just part. So people who just do what they are ordered, and they know this is gonna cause people harm, or this is gonna damage someone's life, or this is wrong. These people are the same evilness, the same bad, the same punishment like these people who order it or plan it, because without your help and without your and work doing what they order you, you know people wouldn't be harmed, people wouldn't be you know they wouldn't suffer or experience damage in their lives. So in other words, guys, people who did this to me, or the authorities and anyone, no matter what their authorities or position or power is or whatever, they are just people like you and me. But their orders, very strong people just underneath them or inferior to them, or this chain I'm talking about, they just do it. They have orders to do. That's it. They do it. They don't think. And it's unbelievable, because they destroy people's lives. They kill people. They have destroyed lots of things and values in life that unbelievable. So in other words, I don't know what else I can do more than what I'm doing. They isolated me. They are doing to me whatever they want. They are still keeping me in the UK, and their plans and schemes and whatever they thinking of is going on, whatever it is, which I don't know. I'm just living each day as it comes, expecting anything and everything. And every time the day passes, for me it's like another day passed of my life. Yes, I'm still alive. I'm still fighting, but another day passed of my life, and my life is just passing me by. And I don't know if my words and what I'm saying is moving anyone and making anyone deciding to do the right things or not. But I am trying my best because I have no other thing to do. I don't like to harm people. I don't like to cause people any harm or damage, but justice must be fulfilled. And if you did anything or participated in anything against me, even with a simple scenario that caused me any harm or damage, you must go to prison. You shouldn't just do something or participate in any scenario or whatever without knowing everything about it. I mean, this is the problem. You think you are being like an actor or, taking a part in anything, blah, 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 or a scenario, and you're told this is good, this is blah, blah, blah. Just think about it many times. You don't know what you're doing. Why acting? Why can't you be yourself? Why can't you be just, think properly? Why should you take a part in something, you don't know what's going to affect people, what it's going to cause them, and so on. And even if someone tells you that someone is bad, someone blah blah blah, did you see it yourself? Did you experience this yourself? Did you, you know watch it yourself? And that's why when I ask people for help, I ask them to have faith in what I'm saying, because that's what was done to me. Yet no one is obliged to help, because as I tried to explain, I'm not trying to be contradictory. I'm trying to make it clear to you that don't take a part in any scenario or anything without participating. And even this is not a scenario. I mean, my case, my justice for me, and so on. This is not a scenario. This is reality. I was used and abused and tortured, and my human rights were violated in every way, shape, and form. And by participating to achieve justice, you're not participating in a scenario or this and that. You're participating in actual thing for good cause, and it's not just because I'm saying it. I am not encouraging anyone to harm anyone. I am not encouraging anyone to be unreal to anyone. I am not encouraging anyone to take a part in any scenario or anything pretending to be someone or saying something or whatever. I am just asking people to help me to get on with my life. And the only way for me to get on with my life is to get my compensations and any money my abusers owe me. And above all of this, they must be exposed and they must be in prison. So when I get on with my life and start using my compensations and money to rebuild the life they destroyed, I do it with clear mind, peace of mind, knowing that no one is after me any longer. No one is interfering in my life any longer. No one has having any surveillance or monitoring on me any longer. And this on its own is something that everyone in the world should you know have as a human right. But they turned the world into, I don't know, something unbelievable, that people are spying on people, people killing people, people doing this, people doing that, for no reason, for no reason. I mean, I cannot think of even one reason why I was attacked yesterday physically in Bournemouth Square. I mean, the gentleman who did this seemed to be very respectable, and he never, said anything wrong to me. Actually, he was very respectful and all of this. So why suddenly he decides to do this and physically attack me without even I didn't tell him even anything wrong or whatever. So I don't know. These people, I mean, my abusers are masters at manipulation. They can actually control everything in anyone's environment, and I mean it in any aspect of their life, even their behavior. And I am telling you this for sure. They have expertise in psychology, and not only this, they have expertise in chemistry, and they have laboratories, and they spend billions of pounds on those two things, because with those two things they can actually control people's behavior, beside the other side effects and whatever they put around them from psychological work and audio or visual or something, what people see and hear and all of this. And what they do, they work on people, on their psychology at the same time. And when I say on their psychology, socially, personally, you name it. And also they use drugs that help to speed up or achieve what they are trying to do. So that gentleman who did this to me yesterday, I would never be surprised if he is being dosed without knowing. He's targeted being dosed to basically drive him to do this. And I wouldn't be surprised if also psychologically he's being, convinced them something wrong from my side against him or whatever. So in other words, these people trying to turn, I mean, these cunts from the authorities and high authorities, they are trying to get every kind of power to turn every human being, if they want, into, I don't know, a robot, into a puppet that they can control in a way that whatever they want to happen will happen, or whatever they want as an outcome of behavior or whatever from these individuals or their targets as they want. And to be honest with you, this is unbelievable. Imagine when they use chemicals, or I mean drugs, and psychological work as well. And of course, they have the authorities. This is a combination that unbelievable, that they can actually break down anyone's life like no one's business, and they can get anyone into anything they want to. I mean, it's unbelievable, unbelievable. So my abusers and the high authorities and in a worldwide system, what they shouldn't have this power over anyone, and there is no reason to have this power over the world and so on. And if someone, as I try to think that maybe they are doing this to prevent any other world war to break out and so on, there is conferences, there is treaties, there is other stuff, rather than having, controlling everything in the world, the way that the number of people that I am sure that they killed and wasted their lives and destroyed their lives is even more than the people who were killed in the World War One and Two combined together. And I know this for sure from what I experienced. If they could do this to me, they can do to anyone anything. And if they are still keeping me alive till the moment and favors me or whatever, this is not me being lucky, but I don't know what to call it, but I am fighting till the end to get my, the rights for me and justice and so on. And when I say till the end, I don't necessarily mean, my life is gonna be for this. I am fighting as much as I can, and I need everyone's help and everyone who's watching this video to help me and so on, because life is so beautiful, and I'm trying my best, and I'm trying to get justice for what was done to me, but at the same time I cannot do it on my own. I have my own life to live and to restart and to rebuild after they have destroyed it, to build it my way, to restart it my way, to do what I want to do to it. I mean, it's simple. After all what was done to me, if there is justice, and if there is someone out there from my abusers, whoever did this to me, regretting what they did to me and willingly trying to rectify what they did to me, it's simple. Just give me my compensations and any money you owe me as soon as possible, amicably, and let me go. I want to leave the UK as soon as possible so I can restart my life. Where I'm gonna land, where I'm going to restart my life, this is another question or another story that no one should have anything to do with it apart from me. I'm the one that deciding where I am going to live, where I'm going to restart my life, where I'm going to start air and sea adventures and my letting holidays and my business and all of this, and make home out of, a town where I'm going to live in, whether it's Castillon or in France or in Germany or in Netherlands or in Belgium or whatever and so on. Why am I still under the authority of my abusers, and I cannot even get my compensations and leave this shithole country after all what was done to me? And no, nothing is going to change my mind about leaving the UK. And when I say the shithole country, I mean it because of what was done to me. And this is how I see the United Kingdom. There is no justice, there is no freedom, there is no human rights. That's what was done to me. And if you're thinking, okay, well, you're okay now, of course not. I am not okay. There is uncertainty about everything in my situation at the present time. I don't have my compensations. I don't even have, my free will to leave the UK and restart my life where I want to restart my life. I don't even have my money or compensations to do so. So no, it's not. It's not any better. This is what they do. They make things feel or seem or look that, oh, it's getting better for this person. They are actually, rectifying or doing things better for this person, but actually not. They all what they are doing, they are just wasting more of my life and my time over and over and over again every hour and every day passes. And above all of this, I am not giving my compensations or any money they owe me. I am still in the UK. I'm helpless. I'm hopeless. I'm jobless. I don't have money whatsoever. And when I say jobless, this is not me giving a consent to my abusers. Oh, this is all what I'm looking for. Of course not. I am trying to leave the UK as soon as I get my money and compensations from you. And you shouldn't have anything to do with me until I leave the UK, until you give me my money and all of this and you I leave the UK. And even when I say until, I don't mean that until this moment you have the right to. Of course not. But you must give me my compensations and any money you owe me and let me leave this country as soon as possible. And anyone puts doubt around my genuinity and the genuinity of my desire and determination to leave the UK, just give me my money and compensations and freedom and watch me leave. This is all what I can say. And my plan, as I tried to explain, I mean, I'm going to Castillon de la Plana. If it's not gonna be home, there is lots of places in southern France, Perpignan, and uh, there are lots of other town or coastal towns in the south of it until the borders with Spain. There is Botjandingen in Germany. There is in Netherlands few towns, but Amsterdam seems to be, or the outskirt by the water in Amsterdam seems to be the best place for my start if I start in or start living in Netherlands. And there is Belgium. They have a short coast, however, or coastline or shore, but it is still big enough for starting a business and all of this. I mean, it's like, I mean, in reality, in terms of nautical miles, it's a huge, I don't know, like 100 nautical miles or even more or less, something like that. So, and failing all of this in these countries in Europe, do you know what I mean? There is Venezuela. There is another few countries in South America where just overlooking the Bahamas and the islands there, Saint Lucius and many other islands that I can actually, and they have lots of airfields there in each island and airports and ports and all of this. I can actually start my air and sea adventures business like no one's there business there. So it's gonna be even great. So even if I fail, even in the whole of Europe in terms of the countries I mentioned to restart my life, I can go to South America and in Venezuela or something and so on. So I have my plan. I know what I'm going to do and I know what I am going to be doing for my life. I need your help as much as possible and I need your support. And above all of this, I wish to get my compensations and any money my abusers owe me as soon as today and my freedom and leave the UK as soon as possible. And I wish my money would be in my bank account, no questions asked, so I can take my money and leave the UK. And I promise you, before you jump to conclusions, people who know the authorities and they know the high authorities' abilities and capabilities, they understand that I am not a dreamer or I'm not just saying so blah blah blah. They have the abilities to give me my money, no questions asked, instantly today now. And I don't know why they are stopping or why they are not doing so. Any of their plans or schemes or whatever they're trying to do is just wasting more of my life. And I promise you, in the end, for me, whatever they're trying to do, blah blah blah, in terms of this and that, in the end, is not gonna affect or influence my decision to leave the UK. All what it is just delaying my departure from the UK and delaying my life restart and delaying the rebuild of my life that I am keen and I am determined to restart and do as soon as possible, and I am determined to do so. And this is not like a job application where blah blah blah. This is my own life. This is reality, and they have wasted long time of my life, over 2 decades, and I have the right to restart my life where I want, and where I want is never gonna be the UK. And when I say the UK, I mean it. I mean not just the UK, like the three countries, or I'm talking about the British flag anywhere. I don't, and because I am going to be withdrawing and renouncing the British nationality and passport once I get naturalization wherever I'm gonna go, to cut any tie, exactly like I did with the country where I was born, and so on. So please help. If you can help, please help. I need everyone's help, and my life is passing me by, and I need to get on with it and restart it as soon as possible. So anyway, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for your help and support. And before I go, I would like to, I don't know if I have the right one here, or the right leaflet here. Uh, I'm so sorry, I apologize. No, I don't have the right one here. But anyway, I'm so sorry I have to do this. Anyway, anyone who would like to help, I'm so sorry about this. I had to remove something and get this. So basically, anyone who would like to help, and anyone who actually would like to make any donation, and you must let me know so I can check with the bank to make sure that any donation gone through to my account. These these are the leaflets I'm giving, and as you can see here, this is the details of my saving account and so on. So this is the account number, and this is the sort code and the name of the bank, and you can see here that is this these are the international donation or international identification for my bank account. And so in other words, anyone who can help or willing to help and so on, whether you know can donate from any account in the UK or abroad and so on, please go ahead. I need your help as much as possible and as soon as possible, so I can get on with my life and leave the UK. My cases in the courts are going, still in the court, and I need people to look after this as well when I have left the UK, which hopefully will be very, 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 very soon. And please don't misunderstand me. I appreciate everyone's help, but anyone who can actually trying to offer me help, please offer me something that I am actually looking for, or I'm actually gonna help me to achieve my goals, to leave the UK as soon as possible and restart my life in a place where I can call home, where I can have my Air and Sea Adventures business and so on. Anything else that you know is not relevant to my goals in terms of leaving the UK and restarting my life in the way I explained and so on, your help wouldn't be, you know, uh, something that would actually help. So even if it looks from the outside as it is a kind of help, but the inside and the core of it and so on is not actually help, is just, I don't know, it's just an offer of help, but it's not help, if you know what I mean. So anyone out there who would offer me any kind of help and so on, please try to make it relevant to my goals and what I'm trying to achieve. One, to get my compensations and any money my abusers owe me, or to get my financial situation stay changed so I can get the money I'm looking for to restart my life, to leave the UK as soon as today, if possible, and above all of this, exposing my abusers everywhere and publicity for my case and my abusers, what they did to me, and all of this, and of course, making sure that they get the legal punishment and be in prison so I can have a clear future and so on. Anything else that has got nothing to do with these goals and what I mentioned in my leaflet is not actually help. It is just, you know, looks help from outside as a kind of offer or principle, but in fact is not help. So rather than wasting your time or wasting my time, if you cannot help me, please at least try not to put any doubts around my genuinity or the genuinity of my case or my determination and my desire to leave the UK as soon as possible and start my life somewhere where I can call home and start my Air and Sea adventures and little holidays and start, living my life. Uh, Anyone out there, this is a message for people who tries to undermine my case or my desire or my determination to get my goals achieved. Anyone out there trying to spread or promote for that injustice is a normality or it happens to everyone and so on, you must be ashamed of yourself, because if you accept injustice as a normality in the world, then you deserve it. And I know for sure 100% that at least 99.999% of the whole world's population does not accept injustice, and they actually believe that justice exists as I do. And anyone else who promotes for otherwise or promotes for injustice or that it is normality or it happens anywhere or oh it's better here than somewhere else this and that and that happens, blah blah blah, these negative points of view and negative promotions and spreading of you know this kind of assumption that injustice is normality is dangerous, and anyone do so is helping or promoting it or saying so is helping my abusers and every cunt in any authority out there in the world, regardless which country and which place, to actually have reasons to do what they do and carry on, abusing people, using, torturing, and violating people's human rights and even killing and committing crimes and so on. And in the end, they could say, "Oh, it happens everywhere. Injustice everywhere. It's better here than other place." Blah blah blah. Anyone tries to make injustice or abnormality or harming people or damaging people's life or putting people through hardship or whatever a normality by giving examples of other places is just a cunt who's trying to make their way and to get their way in terms of harming people and destroying people's lives and having authorities over people without being questioned why. And when they do it, they say, okay, well, it's better here than other places. So in other words, guys, anyone out there, if you believe in justice, if you believe in your human rights as I do in myself, like my human rights and justice for me and what was done to me and so on, to get the justice for and all of this, no matter who does this, if anyone causes you any damage in your life, no matter what, and if anyone uses or abuses or tortures or violates your human rights, no matter what their authorities is, you have the right to fight back and you have the right to work on getting justice done for you, and you have the right to never forgive and never forget, because no one has the right to abuse, torture, use, or violate anyone's human rights or harm anyone in any way, form, or shape. The other thing I would like to say as well, and this is not an invitation for a revolution or whatever, but this is exactly what I believe in anywhere in the world, no matter which country, which place, which authorities, which government, it doesn't make any difference. If anyone stands in a public place shouting out for help and asking people for help, saying that they are getting used or abused, video stop. So anyone out there in any country, in any place, if they are getting used, abused, or tortured, and they stand in any place, in any public place, crying out for help or shouting out for help and asking people for help and saying that they are getting used and abused or tortured or their human rights are being violated by authorities and so on, and they cannot prove it, everyone, at least in that town or the city or the region and so on, they must stand up and rise up and stand beside this person who's calling out or shouting out for help to find out the truth. And I promise you, if this happens, not even one single high authorities or not even one person in any authority, no matter what their authority is in any government or any country, will dare to target anyone or use or abuse or violate anyone's human rights or torture anyone's in any way, form, or shape, and they will think zillions of times before even trying anything or anyone, because they know that if someone cries out for help, the whole region at least will stand up and will rise up to find out the truth, and the whole country will actually rise up to get rid of this bad element in the authority that is using someone or abusing someone or torturing someone, and they are covering up for it or using their sly cunning ways and methods that not everyone can detect or can know. And I promise you, this is the only way of making sure that literally there is justice everywhere. And I'm not calling for a revolution or confrontation or anything. What I'm trying to say is, if people rise up, and this is gonna be like, if anyone cries out for help saying that authorities abuse them, and everyone rise up standing by the side of this person who's crying out for help until they know the truth, I promise you, not even one single authority, no matter how high authority they are, would be capable of singling out anyone and destroying anyone's life or doing anything to anyone as they did to me. And it is unbelievable. It is unbelievable what they can do. But anyone who has any doubts or any question about this, who wants to know everything about what was done to me, who wants to stand by my side, who wants to who wants to help me to achieve my goals and leave the UK as soon as possible, please get in touch. I stand in Bournemouth Square every single day until I leave the UK permanently, for 2 hours, 2.5 hours, from 11ish, 12ish in the afternoon, and so on. I mean, everyone is welcome to stop and basically let me know if they are interested to know more. However, I cannot give you all the information on the spot because it's gonna take long, and I only protest 2.5 hours or 3 every single day. So I can actually meet you any other time and give you any information you need. But as I try to explain, please, please, if you're gonna offer help that actually relative to what I am trying to achieve and so on, which is getting my compensations and any money the authorities owe me, getting my abusers basically exposed and so on, and of course above all of this, getting the money and leaving the UK as soon as possible, getting my compensations and every money they owe me, or financial situation change so I'm capable actually to restart my life abroad and leave the UK as soon as possible, which hopefully will be very very soon. And of course making sure that my abusers and anyone helped them in prison for what they did to me and so on. Anyone trying to offer helps that is not relevant and all of this wouldn't be actually help. It would be just an offer of help, outside as I tried to explain. But actually, it wouldn't be a help in any form or way or shape. To be honest with you. So yeah, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for watching, and I hope I didn't take long of your time. And please, by all means, if you would like to help, or you can help and you would like to actually help, and if you have any question, you can contact me where I'm protesting in Bournemouth Square, and yeah, that would be cool, because I am trying to leave the UK as soon as I can. Well, thank you very much everyone, and thank you very much for your time and so on. And please, by all means, get in touch if you can help, and yeah, take care and have a good day. Thank you. Bye.